6, 7, 8.
Please all rise for the Philippine National Anthem to be performed by the FEU Chorale.
Bayang magiliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dilim mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, buyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupit, ikaw pasisipit, sa dagat at puno'y sa simoy at sa labing kong buga, may nilagang tunatawid sa pagdayang minamahal, ang isang tamuatawat mo'y tamumpay na nagbiringin, ang bituwing ng araw niyang kailan pa may magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng ating pagsinta, mo'y langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pagkay rumapit, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Good afternoon to the FEU Center for the Arts, class of 2020, parents, guardians, artistic directors, and student artists. Welcome to this year's tribute to the graduates. I am May Narida from the FEU Center for the Arts. The FEU Center for the Arts, the former President's Committee on Culture, traditionally holds graduation or send-off ceremonies for our hardworking and talented student artists or members of our 7 cultural groups at the end of the school year. In this virtual setting, we continue to recognize our student artists' successes and passion for the arts on top of their rigorous academic schedules. Earlier, we saw the FEU drummers. Now, let us watch the FEU dance company.
congratulations to the FEU Artist graduates of 2020. This has been a historic year, not only because of the pandemic, but because you had to do your last semester online and were unable to do a face-to-face commencement. But you are the first graduates of the FEU Center for the Arts, and I am happy that in one way or another you were also still able to participate in the One FEU tribute. I wish you the best of luck on your onward journeys. Do keep in touch with us, and remember, FEU will always be your home away from home.
Please welcome the President of Far Eastern University, Dr. Michael M. Alba.
Graduates of elementary school, high school, college, graduate school, and the professional programs in business and law of the FE group of schools. Congratulations on completing the requirements of your academic programs, even under the most inauspicious, trying and stressful, but also the most unique of circumstances. Inauspicious because who could have predicted that you would be graduating during a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic that has held the entire planet Earth hostage? Given the state of things, we cannot even give you a proper recognition and send-off by holding the usual commencement exercises and the formal conferment of your academic degrees. Trying and stressful because the last part of your school days must have been fraught with problems that challenged your emotional reserves and overall state of well-being. What with classes being abruptly cancelled and the community quarantine being suddenly imposed. But also unique because your lives since mid-March, including today, and up to whenever we will finally be able to come out of the shadow of COVID-19, will be the grist of countless stories for the ages, anecdotes that will be told and retold to your children and grandchildren, as well as in your class reunions. Again, congratulations for pulling through. Your doing so speaks volumes about who you are, persons of sustained resolve and dedication who are not so easily derailed from the pursuit of your education and life goals. Congratulations to your parents, families, benefactors, and friends. Your achievement honors them. You cannot have achieved this milestone in your life without their love and support. Then, on your behalf, I must congratulate and thank your teachers for developing your minds and enlarging your spirits. Of your teachers may be said the following words: those who are learned will be as radiant as the sky in all its beauty. Those who instruct the people in goodness will shine like the stars for all eternity. As you now prepare to move on to the next chapters of your lives, whether to high school, college, graduate, or professional school, or the world of work, I wish to send you off with an exhortation and two challenges. The exhortation comes from the speech of Winston Churchill, the British Prime Minister, during World War II, when he visited Harrow, his old school, on October 29, 1941. Churchill said, "This is the lesson. Never give in. Never give in. In nothing great or small, large or petty, never give in, except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to force. Never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy." In other words, in the vocabulary of FEU, practice fortitude and be brave. As for the two challenges, let me issue them in the form of questions. First, how are you conducting yourself while we are still under some form of quarantine? Are you giving in to feelings of helplessness, to depression, and to despair? Or are you instead using this time of sheltering in place to pray and meditate, to strengthen your inner reserves, to bond with your parents, siblings, and other members of your household, to develop a closer relationship with them, and in general, to be a more kind, giving, compassionate, and loving person? Second, how are you preparing yourself for the world after COVID-19? Because we will conquer this virus. It is only a matter of time. And that day may come as early as next January, if all goes well, with the Oxford University vaccine that is currently the most advanced of the 180 vaccines in development, or as late as 2022. But that day is coming. So, how are you preparing for that day? Have you considered who that COVID survivor version of you will be? Will that person be a better version of who you are now? Have you mapped out the development journey of your transformation to that future better you? On a bigger scale, have you imagined how you want the post-COVID world to be like? Don't you want it to be a world that has learned the necessary lessons so that it will already know how to deal with another pandemic or similar ills? such as those coming from climate change? How can you contribute to creating that world? How will you prepare yourself, your family, and your community for your imagined post-COVID world? Think about it. When the dawn from on high breaks upon us, to shine on us who dwell in COVID's darkness and shadow of death, how can you help guide humanity's steps into the way of peace and sustainable prosperity? Class of 2020, let Churchill's exhortation and these two challenges be the beacons of your life, your graduation assignment, so to speak. Ponder them well, often, and deeply. Act on strengthening your resolve to never give in. Act on the solutions you come up with to surmount the two challenges. By having the exhortation and the two challenges as your guiding lights, I assure you that you will have a meaningful, well-lived life. Again, congratulations and good luck.
FOI category, Far Eastern University Chorale, conducted by Carl Angelo Tanco.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me. But I call my own. Through the door, through where no one's been before.
Hi Ate Jeanette, I just want to congratulate you for a successful journey in college. I have seen how you worked hard doing your academic stuff and also doing your responsibility in chorale in both artistic and administrative side. Ewan ko, basta sobrang sipag mo ate. I know there's a lot of opportunities to come for you in the future. And thank you dahil dinedicate mo yung sarili mo at ginagawa mo yung best mo palagi sa group, especially sa subs. Thank you ate for all the sacrifices you had sa mga moments na lagi tayong pinapagalitan, kapag nag-aaral tayo sa kanya-kanyang bahay. All those behind the scenes, alam ko na pinaghirapan mo yun. And sobrang sipag mo talaga ate. And thank you kapag dark na yung moments sa soaps. Ikaw yung laging nagpapasmile. Thank you Ate Jeanette. I wish you more blessings to come. And sana dalhin mo kami dyan sa heart mo hanggang sa kung saan ka man dalhin ng pangarap mo. God bless you and good luck to your journey and congratulations!
So yun, I love you Jack. Congrats ulit at mahal na mahal ka namin mga idols. Kasama mo kami sa success mo. We love you!
Congrats Kuya Sunny, finally ay natapos na rin ang 5 years ng paghihirap mo, sleepless nights, mental breakdowns and all. I wish you all the best as you enter a new chapter in your life. Your future successful self is definitely waiting for you, so don't give up. I believe in you, we believe in you. And God bless and good luck sa career mo, sa pagiging Arky and sa pagkanta. Continue to inspire people through your voice and magiging next base section head ka pa. So, ayun, congrats Kuya and sa lahat ng graduates. Finally, I graduate na si BNT Labo.
Congratulations sa aking mga graduates, Jeanette, Sunny, at saka si Golda. Hindi man ito yung dinanan yung graduation dahil sa COVID. Look at the bright side, hindi kayo pupunta ng maaga sa PICC. And gusto ko lang malaman nyo na sobrang proud ko sa inyo na malaking bahagi kayo ng choir dahil hindi lang kayo graduate sa FEU kundi champion din kayo ng AOV, ng SIA at representative kayo ng body. And ayun, pagpatuloy niya. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sunny, Jeanette, and Golda. I congratulate you that despite several and challenging academic requirements, you're still able to give your precious time to the arts through singing. And even though you will not be experiencing the graduation rites in PICC, that doesn't change the fact that you succeed the student life in FEU. And with that, I wish you all the best. Best of luck to your future career. And we still hope that we can see you with the FEU Chorale. Then, again, congratulations, and please keep safe.
I hope that your time in FEU, particularly with the FEU Chorale, is something that you will always remember and treasure. And that you will always bring with you the gift of music. And that you will always make music a part of your life. Continue to sing. Continue to attend other kinds of concerts. Let music relax you, let music inspire you. Thank you for all your contributions to the PCC, now the FEU Center for the Arts. Thank you for your contributions to the FEU Chorale. We're very proud of you and we wish you nothing but the best. Congratulations, Sunny, Jeanette, and Golda. Come and visit us, as we will always be your family.
The FEU Bamboo Band is a cultural representative of the Far Eastern University Center for the Arts. The group exists to give its members, FEU students, and the community at large the opportunity to make music a part of their lives. This past year, we have participated in numerous prestigious events both on and off campus. Last May 2019, we held the FEU Bamboo Band's annual concert titled A Toast to Broadway, which featured performances from multi-awarded artists such as Banawi Miklat Jansen, Raymond Gorospe, and the FEU Chorale. The following month, the FEU Bamboo Band celebrated the Philippine Independence Day with our annual team building activities. The group bonded together, learning each other's strengths and weaknesses, and together they succeeded with the exercises. Later that month, the FEU Center for the Arts team held our strategic planning for the school year 2019 to 2020 in Zambales. It was a great learning experience for all the participants as each of the cultural groups shared their plans and projects for the year to come. In July 2019, the FEU Bamboo Band, spearheaded by our student president, Alfred Patropes, the first ever book donation drive called FEU Bambooks. The FEU Bambooks project aims to help improve the literacy in the Philippines by sharing books to public libraries and schools around the country. The books will be put into the hands of children all over the Philippines and will be instrumental in increasing their love for reading and interest in learning through reading. As of today, the project has donated books to Mambog Elementary School and Bayaan Elementary School, both of which are in Cavite. Last September 2019, the FEU Bamboo Band performed at the Tanghalan Hoseng Batute inside the Cultural Center of the Philippines for the Manila International Performing Arts Summit. The following month, in November 2019, the FEU Bamboo Band was invited once again to open the Christmas season at the Peninsula Manila Hotel. The group performed holiday tunes and select repertoire from their previous concert, A Toast to Broadway. Also, last November 2019, the Bamboo Band performed at the Global Entrepreneurship Week 2019 held in FEU Manila. And still in November 2019, the group performed at the Philippine Council of Associations and Association Executive Summit held at the Philippine International Convention Center. The FEU Bamboo Band also performed during the visit of Manila Mayor Isko Moreno in FEU Manila last November 2019. In December 2019, the group performed during the FEU Alumni Homecoming held inside the university. The FEU Bamboo Band was also featured in ABS-CBN Science Environmental Educational Show Matang Lawin, hosted by Kim Atienza as part of their 2019 Christmas special. Also, a few notable concerts we held last year, 2019, was the repeat concert held in Tanghalan Haribon in Philinbes, Alabang, and the Come to the Stables 2019 Christmas concert held at the Ritz Towers in Makati. And finally, the group celebrated the holidays together with their year-end Christmas party. The group achieved a few milestones this past school year amongst all the performances and workshops participated by the student members. The Bamboo Band added 90 new members this school year and also received more than 6,000 followers and likes in their Facebook page. At the start of this school year, 2020-2021, the FEU Bamboo Band has 53 active enrolled members who are attending weekly online rehearsals, group meetings, workshops, and different events organized by the FEU Center for the Arts. Since the group has yet to have its rehearsals inside the FEU campus, we had the members create and purchase substitute instruments to continue their training. The ladies purchased lyres, and the boys created pan flutes made out of PVC pipes, which they used during their online rehearsals. Also, this school year, the FEU Bamboo Band plans to create more online content for their supporters and followers. To showcase the members' talents, further, the group will release the FEU Bamboo Band Malaya series. It is an online jamming session featuring Bamboo Band and other guest artists performing music on camera, as well as Quarantines, which will feature the group's members' daily activities during the quarantine in a series of video blogs. The Bamboo Band also aims to have their annual concert in May 2021 inside FEU Manila or through an online concert. So keep following us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channels for updates about the FEU Bamboo Band as well as the different cultural groups in FEU and the FEU Center for the Arts. At this moment, I would like to acknowledge and congratulate the graduating members of the FEU Bamboo Band. First, Maria Luisa Dolera, graduate of Batch 2020, Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management. Ms. Patricia Angela Tabien, Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management. Kim Angel Suarez, Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management. And Zaira Cassandra Ramos, Bachelor of Science in Internal Auditing. We would like to present you with a small gift from the FEU Bamboo Band and the FEU Center for the Arts, and would like to congratulate every one of you and hope you success in everything that you do. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Hector Daniel Badavia, the current FU Choral President. Before we go on the highlights of our group for the past year, I will first tell you about the background of the FU Choral. The Far Eastern University Choral is the premier and official choir of the Far Eastern University under the president's under the FEU Center for the Arts. It was revived in 2004 by then FEU Chair Dr. Lourdes R. Montinola with Ms. Son Hernandez as its artistic director. The group joined and won several choral competitions, performed in various television programs, and graced a plethora of functions in and outside the university. Currently, the FEU Choral continuously trains student artists, alumni, and employees who are non-music majors from different institutes of the university under the baton of its artistic director, Mr. Carl Angelo Tanco, a music education major in voice graduate from UST Conservatory of Music. For the highlights of our cultural season, here's Mr. Carl Angelo Tanco, the artistic director of the FEU Choral.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. For our 2019-2020 highlights, first, last July 12, 2019, we had our mini concert in the FEU Center for the Arts Studio for the preparation for our first international competition, the Andrea O. Veneracion International Choral Festival 2019, last July 18 to 21, 2019, which we won first place in the mixed category and second place in folk song category, and will represent for the second Asia Choral Grand Prix 2021 in Bali, Indonesia. And last November 16, 2019, we had a concert, Amazing Grace concert, a concert for the closing of the 12th cultural season of the PhilFest Cultural Foundation, which held at Tanghalang Haribon, Insular Life, Corporate City, Alabang. And our annual Christmas concert, Christmas tree lighting, 2019 Pasko sa PU, The Nutcracker, last November 21, 2019. And last November 30, 2019, we had like one engagement and one competition at the same date. One of which is public listing of Frutas last November 30, 2019 at the Philippine Stock Exchange, which most of the singers are trainees. And at the same date, while the others are singing in the morning, we are at the Cultural Center of the Philippines for the competition, for National Music Competition for Young Artists, FCA. And we won the championship for adult choir category. And last December 1, 2019, we sang again at the Cultural Center of the Philippines for the Concert of Winners. Next slide, please. Last December 4, 2019, we had a concert, Christmas concert in Forbes Park. Together in this picture, we had our FEU Chair Emeritus, Dr. Lourdes R. Montinola, spouse of the Philippine Ambassador of the Republic of Indonesia, FEU alumni, Vice Chairman of W Group, Ms. Rosaline Dwi, and Senior Vice President, Corporate Affairs, FEU, Attorney Gianna Montinola. And of course, FEU Center for the Arts Director, Martin Lopez. Next slide, please. On last January 31, 2020, we sang at the 53rd FEU Tech commencement at the FEU Auditorium. Next slide, please. And our annual founding anniversary on last February 3, 2020. Last February 11, 2020, we sang at the inauguration of the Our Lady of Lourdes Chapel in FEU Alabang. Before the lockdowns and the pandemic, we sang for celebrating the 75th anniversary of Battle of Manila in cooperation with Cantus at San Agustin Church last February 15, 2020. We sang Foray Requiem. And during the pandemic, we had a virtual performance for Easter Sunday. It is entitled In His Presence. Words and music by Dick and Melody Tony, arranged by Tammy W. Rawlinson. And for our 1FU class of 2020 tribute, we performed a virtual performance again of Better World by composed by Mr. Ryan Kiabiab, arranged by Professor Fidel Calalang Jr. And as I said earlier, we are one of the qualifier for 2021 Asia Choral Grand Prix in Bali, Indonesia. Kung matutuloy po, sana po. And that's all. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to all the graduates, to my co-artistic directors, to all to our executive director, Mr. Martin Lopez, Ms. May Nerida, and J.M. Isla. To all the artists and students present here today, 2018 and 2019 school year was really formidable and exciting to FDC. We are truly grateful for the undying support of FEU management and of course FEU Center for the Arts for the hard work and support you have accorded us. Thank you so much from the bottom of our heart. We would like to present to you the highlights of FDC in the just concluded engagement year. Daniel Reyes, our current president of FEU Dance Company, will present our performance report. Before I call Mr. Reyes, I would like to congratulate Albert Puring, our sole graduate this year. Puring, thank you for all the years that you have served FDC. You are indeed a shining example to your co-dancers and have displayed exemplary attitude of best of the best. Thank you so much again, Puring. Thank you. Congratulations. And I would like to ask Mr. Daniel Reyes here, the current president of FEU Dance Company, for our yearly report. Thank you, Daniel.
Hello. Hello. Good evening again for everyone. So I'm here to present our performances and competition last school year 2019-2020. So the FEU Dance Company performed last July 14, 2019 during the Ballet Philippines 50th anniversary. It was held in the main theater of the Cultural Center of the Philippines. The FEU Dance Company also had international tour to compete and represent our country in the Andong Mask Dance Festival. It was held last September 26, 2019 to October 7, 2019. So during our Korea tour, the FDC also performed in the Philippine Embassy in Seoul, and also in Far East University, Korea. So FDC also performed during the Philippine MICE Forum held at the PICC last October 10, 2019. So another competition that FDC competed was the Dance Supremacy Kings and Queens. So we get through the finals that was held in AFP Theater last October 19, 2019. And yes, we got the second place for the college division of DS Kings. Another collaboration again of FEU Dance Company with the Ballet Philippines during their company's 50th anniversary. But this time it was held at FEU Auditorium in FEU Manila last October 30, 2019. So FEU Dance Company's annual concert was entitled Sisenta. It was FDC's 60th anniversary concert last February 27, 2020. So the Sisenta, which is 60th anniversary concert, was a whole day celebration. It includes dance competition within FEU community, a memorial mass for the alumni and tribute for the past alumni of FDC, a memorabilia exhibit, the FDC performances, which is the current members, and a dinner gathering in the evening. So the dance competition we held last on the morning of that day, and the artist connection exude dancers from the FEU Institute of Technology won the said competition. And as you can see on the photos, that was the memorabilia exhibit. And Chairman Emeritus Dr. Lourdes Montinola and the alumni was there. So the sole graduate of the FEU Dance Company this school year was John Albert Foring. He takes Bachelor of Fine Arts major in Advertising Arts and top one most outstanding fine arts thesis for academic year 2019-2020. Albert Foring competed in the UAAP Dance Sport Competition last 2019, competed in the NCCA Sayaw Pinoy 2018. He also performed in the UAAP Season 80 opening last 2017, performed in the ASEAN 2017 Grand Parade, and competed in the Ego Krisa competition last 2017. That will be all. Thank you.
Good evening to everyone. I'm Mr. Ilumar Tugado, the Artistic Director of FEU Drum and Bugle Corps, with my current assistant Artistic Director, Mr. Kevin Castello, and former Artistic Director, Mr. Isaac De Alba. I'm here to present to you the FEU DBC engagement from 2019 to February 2020. Next slide, please. Next slide. The FEU DBC has an annual event, which is the band festival, we invite bands to showcase their talent. On the fourth year of the said event that took place at FEU Alabang on June 3, 2019, we invited the banda Cabiao 96 that came from Nueva Ecija. The FEU DBC performed the repertoire Santoro and Come Sail Away. The event was made possible thanks to the FEU drummers and FEU guide that becomes the committee host of and organizer of the said event. Next slide, please. The month of June was full of preparation, not only for the band festival, but also for the DBC drumline, where they joined the drumline battle held at Bacoor, Cavite on June 21 to 22, under the supervision of former Assistant Director of FEU DBC, Mr. Isaac De Alba III. The FEU drumline won first runner-up. Second. Sorry. After the two consecutive events on June, the University of Santo Tomas hosted the first Sampaloc Fire Olympic, wherein the FEU DBC supported the FEU security team competing with various organizations around Manila. Not only the FEU-DBC supported the FEU team, but also the FEU drummers and FEU guides to serve as their muse. As the month of August ends, the FEU Diliman invited the FEU Drum and Bugle Corps to perform at their celebration of Buwan ng Wika. The FEU event, uh, uh, the event lead by the FEU Drum and Bugle lead the event on the start of the parade. The group did not only perform on the parade but also perform an intermission number. Next slide. On September 13, 2019, the FEU-DBC was invited by GMA7 for an opening performance at the Starstruck Grand Finals. The photo on the right was our former artistic director, Mr. Isaac de Alba III, with Miss Heart Evangelista as one of the judges of the show. Next slide, please. On October 11, Dr. Royal Hardigan conducted a workshop on African music. Here, he demonstrated the different instruments and beats. Next slide, please. On October 13, the Institute of Technology celebrated the Technovation Week on FEU Quadrangle, wherein the FEU-DBC performed. As the Bear Month approaches, we can feel the gift of giving and sharing. On November 17, 2019, for consecutive years, the FEU Drum and Bugle Corps participated for the Angkop Global Walk. The Angkop Global Walk is one of the foundations established by Couple of Christ in helping those people in need for their education. As the gift giving started, the early celebration of FEU for the Christmas season took place in front of the FEU chapel, wherein the Christmas tree was lighted to start the Christmas season in the campus. The event with a team of Nutcracker was celebrated on November 21, 2019, where all cultural groups under the FEU Center for the Arts collaborated to showcase their talents in FEU community. The FEU-DBC played the repertoire March of the Toy Soldier and Chinese dance medley rearranged by Mr. Isaac de Alba. As the Christmas season started in the FEU main, the FEU Diliman invited the group for the first time to perform on their Christmas tree lighting on December 6. The FEU DBC performed Christmas songs such as Christmas Medley and Winter Wonderland. On December 8, the Loreto celebrated the Feast of Our Lady, wherein the FEU-DBC was invited by Loreto Ship 21 Drum and Bugle Corps. It was a whole day event wherein the part of the event was to parade, and the afternoon tonight was the event of Harapan, wherein two bands facing each other will be performing the repertoire alternately. It was the first time after 4 years of the FEU-DBC's hiatus to perform again on a Harapan. Next. Here, you can see Sir Isaac de Alba III once again shared this knowledge to us by conducting a basic note reading workshop on January 17 and 18, respectively. The first event of the FEU-DBC in 2020, February 2020, was the Nicanor Reyes Red Playing, which took place at the FEU Manila, wherein the member played the tops as a sign of respect to Nicanor Reyes. It's also the indication, the start of FEU Foundation Week. As the FEU Maine started its foundation week, the FEU Institute of Technology also celebrated the engineering week on February 17, wherein the FEU DVC led the parade. The year next slide, February. Uh, the year band February 22 was the year band festival that organized by FEU DVC at Diliman was also the event of ayun, Band Festival 5 was held in FEU Diliman on February 22, 2020. It was participated by a drum and lyre and another drum and bugle corps, which are the Black Empire Drum and Lyre and the Cavite Cavaliers. The event started at the FEU Drummers crowd call and the FEU guide hosting the event. The finale of the event was collaboration of Kay Ganda ng Ating Musika, originally composed by Ryan Kevyab and rearranged by your truly, Mr. Ilomar Tugado, for the drum corps version. On May 29, Sir Isaac de Alba held another note reading workshop through Zoom application, in which the student can learn from comfort of their homes. From May 30 to June 6, from May 30 to June 6, 2020, the Philippine chapter of the Percussive Arts Society, or PAS, organized a way people can learn more about percussion instrument by going on Facebook Live to talk about all things percussion, such as different instrument techniques and improving one's skill in percussion. Each video was hosted by different professionals. Ayun. Dr. Royal Hartigan graced us with the presence on June 25, 2020 with his talk titled The World Music's Pulses, in which he talked about being a musician, his life, contagion of stage percussion instrument, and their importance in African culture. He also shared some drumming techniques. Next slide. On August 7, August 7, 2020 was the beginning of the DVC's weekly online training classes that is still going on right now. Topics covered includes FEU DVC history, how proper handling of instrument, proper positioning of oneself during trainings and performance, and the bylaws of organization. Next slide, please. So during our online class, I asked member to make a prototype of their instrument. Makeshift of brass instrument. Miss Jubilin Ancheta and Joyce Torres, both trumpet players, did beyond what was assigned, which was a simple 2D cut out of the instrument. Both exhibited their great crafting skill. And on behalf of the FEU Drum and Bugle Corps, we congratulate all of you on your graduation. Thank you. So we have our member who graduate this sem, Miss Jericho Mr. Jericho Bryce Santo Domingo. Nandyan yung kanyang contribution to the FEU Drum and Bugle Corps, Ms. Virginia Reginaldo, and Mr. Aaron Reyes. In behalf of the FEU Drum and Bugle Corps, thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. My name is Kevin Julius D. Castello. I'm the assistant to the artistic director of Mr. Ilmar Togado and the head of FEU Drummers. I'm here together with Mr. Alvin Ortiz, the current president of FEU Drummers, to present the performance highlights and the graduates of the FEU Drummers for school year 2019-2020. Just a short background or description about FEU Drummers. Next slide, please. Yeah, the FEU Drummers is a non-academic organization that specializes in providing cheers and beats that are used in different school-based activities in the UAAP competitions. They work closely with the cheering squad and share in the UAAP achievements of the athletic teams. The FEU Drummers was established on April 24, 2014 after the disbandment of its counterpart organization, the FEU Green Bisons. The FEU Drummers started out with no more than 5 members and a limited number of snare drum and bass drums. The FEU Drummers first operated under the supervision of FEU's PE department. In 2017, the FEU Drummers transferred to the supervision of the President's Committee on Culture, now the FEU Center for the Arts. Kevin Casel, yours truly served as its first artistic director. Isaac de Alba III took over the reins while Mr. Casel took a 2-year leave of absence to pursue his master's in percussion in Indiana University. Next, please. I'm now going to give the virtual floor to Mr. Alvin Ortiz to present the performance highlights of the FEU Drummers for school years 2019-2020.
Thank you so much, Sir Kevin. So good afternoon, everyone. Now I will show you the summarization or the short presentation of our events last year. So first, the Pride Walk, FEU Pride Walk, with the collaboration of the FEU Saga, which happened last April 12, 2019 at the FEU Quadrangle. We are so privileged to be part of this for the second time to show our support for the LGBTQ community. Next is the FEU Baccalaureate Mass, happened last June 28, 2019 at the FEU Quadrangle, a yearly performance where we give honor to the FEU graduates. Also, this is a very special moment for the graduating members because we give them the time to play one last time wearing their FEU uniforms after the event. So next is the Tatak Tamaraw, happened last August 30, 2019 on the FEU Quadrangle. This event happens every first month of the first semester in order to give a warm welcome to our freshman students. Next is the Tamhan 2019, happened from September 4 to September 6 at the Science Building Walkway. Just like the other cultural groups, we also try to recruit and invite aspiring students to join our organization. This one's the FEU Law Salubong, happened last November 24, 2019 at the UST Pinoval Street. This was the first time that we got invited to play for our very own FEU Law students after their bar exam. Also, different university pep drummers joined us to show their support in their respective schools. So next is the UAAP Cheer Dance Competition. This is one of the biggest events of the drummers. This happened last November 17, 2019 at the Mall of Asia Arena. Fortunately, the FEU cheering squad won the first runner-up that year and also the year before that. So next is the Pasko sa PU, happened last November 21, 2019 at the FEU Plaza. Together with other cultural groups, we performed to celebrate and witness the opening of the FEU Christmas lights. Also, we performed the countdown for the Christmas tree itself. Okay, so next is the One Concerto PU. The most awaited events of the students happened last February 7, 2020 at the FEU Quadrangle. Here we perform to call the attention of the students and to give them the energy and excitement that they will witness during the concert. And last but not the least, the UAAP Season 82 happened last September 2019 to November 2019 at Mall of Asia Arena, Araneta Coliseum, and Phil Oil Arena. Here we play for the men's and women's basketball and volleyball teams. This is to show our support, not just for the athletes, but also for the whole FEU community.
Okay, thank you, Alvin. Next is a status report. Like all the other classes and cultural groups, we have been doing online training in the FEU drummers. We do online workout training to keep their minds and bodies healthy in the midst of this pandemic. We also do and will try to focus more on music trainings to further hone their skills and abilities. Next, please. And now, allow me to present to you the FEU drummers who graduated this past semester. I was able to handle these students before I left for further studies 2 years ago, and now I am very happy to witness this big achievement of their lives. You all did a very good job in balancing your academics and your obligations in the FEU drummers. First, we have Mr. Louis Rogel C. De Leon. He was the president of the FEU drummers for schools from 2016 to 2018. Yeah, Bachelor of Arts Communication. And he was also able to join the FEU drumline and compete in the Bacoor International Music Championships 2018 drumline battle. Next. Mr. Paulo Xavier F. Aguilar, Bachelor of Arts Communication, head drummer 2019 to 2020. Leopoldo Hemar Suplito, he was in charge of tuning the bass from 2015 to 2018, Bachelor of Arts Communication. Oliver Neil Umipig, Vice President from 2017 to 2018, Bachelor of Science, Hotel and Restaurant Management. Next. Mr. Jared Sanchez, Vice President from 2018 to 2019, Bachelor of Arts, English Language. Mr. Ern Nicolai Marchan, Public Relations Officer 2019 to 2020, Bachelor of Science, Hotel and Restaurant Management. Ms. Trina K. Gonzaga, Assistant Secretary 2019 to 2020, Hotel and Restaurant Management. Mr. Kelsey Turgo, Assistant Secretary 2019 to 2020, Bachelor of Science, Psychology. Mr. Jeremy Cordero, Bachelor of Science, Tourism Management. Daniel Daza, Bachelor of Science, Tourism Management. Mr. Neil Francis Flores, Bachelor of Science, Tourism Management. And Mr. Rafael Charles de la Cruz, Bachelor of Science, Hotel and Restaurant Management. Again, congratulations to the FEU Drummers class of 2020. I'm very proud of you all and good luck on the next chapter of your lives. I would also like to thank Mr. Isaac De Alva for handling the FEU Drummers and the FEU Drumline as well for 2 years. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the recognition for our FCA graduates. I'm Mark Sinai, the advisor for FU guys, and I have also Jade Maniago as my co-advisor, and we are here to present a year in review for the FU guys for school year 2019-2020.
So what is the FU Guides? The FU Guides is the official ushering and tour guiding organization of the FEU. And we are proud to say that our students, our members, proudly call themselves as ambassadors for the culture and arts of FEU. Mark, next.
So tour guiding duties. As the premier tour guiding group in the campus, our primary service is to provide free campus tours showcasing the UNESCO awarded Art Deco buildings, paintings, as well as sculptures by national and prominent artists alike. We have 71 tour guiding duties for the last school year and a total serve of 800 people. So to give a rundown of some of our tour guiding duties, we would like to show some of the photos that we have gathered for the last semester. First is the Ateneo de Manila students touring the campus, the visit of the Minister of Home and Culture from the Kingdom of Bhutan, the Chonghuan Christian University basketball team visit, the Intramuros walking tour that was uh, held earlier this year in February. Um, the main person that it was in charge was our very own Jade, and it was a fun and exciting tour. And then lastly, it's different alumni batches touring their alma mater. One is the girls' high school batch 1970, and another is the nursing batch 1970. Both are held this year. I would like to um, introduce the floor to Jade as he will discuss the event ushering.
And aside from tour guiding, we are also known for our ushering duties. And for the school year 2019 to 2020, we had 67 duties. The FU guides usher not only for the FU Manila campus, but also assist other FU campuses with their events. In addition, the FU guides were also tapped to usher in external events like the Association of Cultural Offices of Philippine Educational Institutes and a performance that was done by the Manila Symphony Orchestra in the Meralco Theater. Next. So this is the picture of us at the Meralco Theater, and the uniforms that the FU guides are wearing are designed by Rahul Laurel, and it has touches of Art Deco. Next. These are some of our students ushering for the Manila International Performing Arts Summit held at the Cultural Center of the Philippines. Next. Here is a film showing the legacy of Jose Abad Santos that was held at the FU Auditorium last January 2020. Next. And then Red Lane Ceremony, Founders Day.
In this photo, we also have the privilege of using what we call a product of the tour guiding solution company that allows people to be toured around the campus without using our external voice in a way that we usually use our loud voices when we tour, but now with the use with the innovation of using the tour guiding solutions, we were able to conduct tours in such a way that when we enter places such as the chapel and other locations that needs to be quieter than usual, we can just use our receivers, and our tourists or our participants will be able to hear us um, without any hitch. It's like a transceiver for the tour participants.
Yes, and we are proud to say that FEU or FEU Guides is the first organization here in the Philippines to use the product.
So we also have annual events. Aside from our tour guiding and ushering duties, we also have annual events. So one was held last year. It is the CREPU 4, or the fourth edition of CREPU. And the CREPU is an annual event of the FEU Guides that is held every October. A highlight of the event is through a night tour of FEU's UNESCO awarded buildings. And for this year's installment, we are actually planning to have Creepy 5, and it goes digital, and teasers will be posted out on our Facebook page and also on the FCA's official Facebook page. So please watch out for our videos and teasers, and be sure to like and subscribe to our pages. So sharing our media mileage for last year's Creepy U, we were featured in Inquirer Lifestyle and also online here TV, and also sharing some of the photos that we have gathered from last year. Also, we also have Tom Hunt. The Tom Hunt is an annual membership drive of the university hosted by various academic organizations within FEU. For the Tom Hunt of school year 2018 to 2019, the FEU Guides received more than 100 applications. Only a handful passed the screening to become members of the group. So with just to share some of the photos that we have gathered from the actual event with our guides and with the soon to be trainees of the FEU Guides. And also last year we had a book launching. It is the Walk Manila book launch, and the FEU Guides helped with the creation of the FEU of the walking tour maps included in the book. We would like to say a special shout out to our graduate, Charles Joshua Gualfo, for his insights and knowledge in making the maps. Charles is our go-to guy for the FEU Guides when we need information about FEU and about its history, and his researching skills is unmatched, even with the current members of the group. So
Yes, he's kudos to Charles. He is so good that we still don't want to let him rampant in Metro Manila. We still want to keep him with us, and luckily for us, he agreed, and he's still an honorary member of the FEU Guides. So thank you so much, Charles. We really appreciate everything you have done for the FEU Guides. Ayun.
And aside from Charles, we also have 4 more graduates. First is Princess Angeline Iantas. She is from the Institute of Tourism and Hospitality Management. She graduated in tourism management, and she served as an inventory head for the FEU Guides for school year 2018-2019.
2019.
Yep, and she organizes the collaterals of the guides with a strict adherence and expects the same from the members. It may be simple, from the returning of the Rahur uniforms to the props used in the events. Princess made sure that everything was properly handled and accounted for. Her imposing figure over most members made sure that they followed their rules, or followed her rules when it came to the inventory.
The next person on our list is Riza Lorraine Yurapa Wain. Now, Riza, though known as the shy and quiet type, hides a rather unique talent She is a person who is in touch with her artistic side, which can be seen in her calligraphy skills. When creating props for events, Riza is always one of the first to volunteer and assist, accepting the challenge of creating something wonderful out of nothing. As a tour guide, though, don't be misled by her shyness, as she makes it up for her clear and loud voice during a tour. Also, expect a feisty Riza to back you up in troubling situations. Riza graduated Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management.
Next up is Everline Glaze M. Paraon. She graduated Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management, and she is the fashionista of her batch. Ever is is the person you go to when you have questions about your makeups or the latest trend in fashion wear. Ever is very approachable and is willing to assist with tasks in the group. Her outgoing personality makes her an ideal person to spend time within between classes, as she is never short on stories to tell, as well as a great trait to have when taking guests on tours around the campus. Some of Ever's stories she shares with the group are about the places she has been on being an avid traveler.
And for our last graduate, we have Thea Isabel Kilang. She also graduated Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management. Now, Thea has been the ate or big sister of the FU Guides, especially to the batch of 2018. She served as the Vice President of the FU Guides as well for school year 2018 to 2019. As the only officer to handle the group when all other officers were busy with their OJT, she took her role as ate and VP very seriously. She was always there for the members. She was firm in her decisions and took charge of training the new members. Thea is very business-minded and members can learn from her sassy attitude. So, to the 5 graduates of the FEU Guides, we thank you so much for everything that you have done for us. And we wish you the best of luck and success in all your endeavors.
Thank you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day ahead. And I will pass the baton over to the FEU Theater Guild.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jonas Cunanan. I am the Executive Secretary of the Far Eastern University Theater Guild.
And I am AJ Sison, the Student Artistic Head of the FEU Theater Guild, together with our Artistic Director, Mr. Dudes Teranya. Unfortunately, Mr. Teranya is in a remote area and his internet connection is not cooperating well. So Mr. Kunanan and I will be presenting the highlights of the FEU Theater Guild for 2019 to 2020 on his behalf.
Yeah, so this is our production highlights from 2019 to 2020. Well, school year 2019-2020. First, of course, not just we just had productions every time. We also have some fun events we could have on our academic year. First, we have our FEU Theater Guild team building happen on May 2019. Of course, we need a breather whenever we had production ended, so we need this type of activity so that we can bond with our members, of course, with our artistic director, Mr. Saranya. Yes, next, of course, we have Pasko sa PU, happened in November 2019. Along with the members of the cultural groups, the FEU Theater Guild performed one of a song of the Nutcracker film, together with the FEU Dance Company. Yeah. Pasko sa PU is one of a traditional way to celebrate Christmas together with our cultural groups. And of course, the FEU Center for the Arts. Last for our events, we just had our FTG Christmas party. Fun thing is, whenever we had a Christmas party, we always go with our theme. The running theme for the Christmas party is Icon. So, yeah, if you can see me there, I am Miss Marga from the teleserye. So, yes. Now we go to our 85th theater season. For our 85th theater season.
The 85th theater season, one of the FEU Theater Guild The 80th theater season of the FEU Theater Guild is established to commemorate the 10th year anniversary of our artistic director, Mr. Dudes Terania. To start this theater season, the FEU Theater Guild restaged Makikitawag Lang Ako. Next.
Yes, of course. The next is
Which was first staged in 2014 at the FEU Auditorium. Right. Which was first staged at the FEU Auditorium. May Kitawag Lang Ako or I Only Came to Use the Phone is a classic short story by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Filipino adaptation by Risa Opson, and of course directed by Dudes Terania. Makikitawag Lang Ako garnered a lot of audience attention from FEU community and from different public perspective. The FEU Theater Guild considers May Kitawag Lang Ako as a success for its almost full house every show. May Kitawag Lang Ako is an amazing kickstart as a transition for FTG's next production, The Dreamweavers.
Yes. Next, we just had the Dreamweavers. The Dreamweavers was celebrated on December 2019, in celebration of the 30th anniversary of the FEU Culture for the Arts and the 70th anniversary of the FEU Auditorium. Of course, well, the 10th year celebration of Dulce Serrania, we, sorry, first production of FEU Theater Guild on its 85th theater season make its way back to the historic FEU Auditorium after already being successful stage in 2011 on the same stage on the FEU Auditorium. Next.
Next is ang pinakamakisig sa mga nalunod sa buong daigdig. Ang pinakamakisig is also a Gabriel Garcia Marquez classic, adapted into a play by Risa Opson and of course directed by Dudes Terania. Ang pinakamakisig is first staged in 2017 and then in 2018 for its second rerun. And with its success, May Kitawag Lang Ako becomes a fan favorite, and so the Backstage Manila, an alumni organization of the FEU Theater Guild, restages ang pinakamakisig for the third time earlier this year in February.
For our closing of FEU, the FEU 85th theater season, we had our Tamtula 3. At Tamtula 3 sa Theater Festival, we just have 6 original plays written and directed by the alumni and the senior member of the FEU Theater Guild. Unlike what we planned for this production, this should be a 4-week shows, but amidst the pandemic situation, we just had our last show on its second week. But it's still fun because the FEU students and the FEU markets had fun watching the Tamtula 3. Now for our 86th theater season, actually we still push to go our 86th theater season even though we having the pandemic, because first we had our we already encountered what could happen whenever a pandemic comes. So our organization planned what should be posted and what should be going through this pandemic. First, we just had the scroll up. Scroll up is from the played feed. This is written by Sir Dudes Terania. Next, we have May Teatro sa Bawat Sulok. May Teatro sa Bawat Sulok is we just have to push the hope. Now, even though there's a pandemic, well, we can still push on playing a production or playing online production through this pandemic. Last, of course, Muli. Muli is Muli it trended to the FEU people. Muli content has the the passionate feel now whenever you're coming back to the university, of course, and it has a good and wild engagements throughout the season.
Next is Theater in a Minute. Theater in a Minute is a product of the FEU Theater Guild from their online theater classes. As you can see, the members are to write, direct, and act their own slice of life experiences or day-to-day activities in a form of a 1-minute monologue. All of this, of course, under the supervision of our artistic director. So as of this moment, Theater in a Minute is an ongoing production as part of FTG's theme, Kapit, for this theater season.
Yes, FTG Capit, amidst the pandemic, we come up with this running theme for our 86th theater season, the FTG Capit. Capit has various meanings to each of any of us. It could be to hold on to or to have faith or hope. FTG Capit aims to tell everyone that you are not alone in this battle, and we will rise up again with this challenge we are facing. Capit have many modes of production. First, we just launched our Yes, first we just had launched our Kwentong Quarantine. Kwentong Quarantine is a very subtle and somehow to our aim for the Kwentong Quarantine is to tap all the audiences we just had on this pandemic. Next, for the second mode of copy.
And from the title itself, Kwentong Quarantine means the story of everyone during this quarantine. Now, as we adapt into the digital platform of performing, our organization somehow wanted to go back memory lane and reminisce some of the past plays of the FEU Theater Guild by utilizing the equipment that we have. So as a result, we created the 3D sketch, which is coined from the theater term 3D sketch. Basically, it's a visual note of a character in a play. So 3D sketch is a different sketch of the FEU past play. In a month, we will present different plays. Now, after the suspension of the classes before quarantine, the group immediately launched online classes in March 2020. And we are to continue more online classes and workshops for the rest of the school year to help further our members' artistic skills.
First, we just had our basic theater class happen at March 2020 when the pandemic was, the president has sent us to the quarantine period. Next, we just had our first playwriting class happen at April 2020. It was a 10-minute work. The first playwriting workshop is all about the stories we just had in our quarantine period. So we just had our lessons and we just come up to some 10 plays to go with the period of the quarantine. Next, for the playwriting class, we just had our workshop for 10-minute play. So upon of this, we just had a plan to go collect and retrieve all the files for our plays, so we can have our original plays presented on the next productions.
And next, for the second part, the FEU Theater Guild, we're fortunate to have Miss Mean Espinosa to teach our members for an intensive session for acting, for the intensive acting theater class, which simultaneously happening with the musical theater class that we had Mr. Vince Lim for the basics of preparing for a musical play. Both teachers for these workshops are artist teachers from PETA.
Last and is still ongoing, we had our theater history class headed by, of course, our artistic director, Sir Dudes Terania. Upon this, we just want to tackle all about the history because upon the foundation of a theater people, we have to know the history of theater so we could have our strength for giving some skills. Yes, and stories. Lastly, we just want to say for the graduate, Lowell Dries, batch 2018. Graduate at BS Tourism Management. He is the junior actor on our organization, also the senior marketing head and our Marketing and Public Relation Committee Head for school year 2019 and 2020. In behalf of our District Director, Sir Dutz Teranya, we just want you to congratulate our graduate, Mr. Lowell Dries. Upon this, the FEU Theater Guild will always have the tradition or the chant before when a member is about to graduate the organization. So, Lowell Dries, you can do your traditional chant for now.
Once again, this is John Lowell Dries, batch 2018, FTG ako.
Yes, congratulations, Mr. Lowell Dries, for your graduation. And to everyone, thank you for listening to us. You can contact us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. That's all for now, and thank you.
Naalala mo pa ba? Noong nagtatakbuhan tayo sa Murayta. O tumatawid ng Lerma. Traffic na Espanya. Hindi makapag-decide kung saan kakain. Yung tindang pansit canton sa Arpapa. Pumapasok ka ba na basa ang buhok? O lukot-lukot na uniform? Umamin ka, minsan hindi ka pa nga naliligo. Takbo ng takbo ng takbo sa napakaagang klase mo. Nagmamadali kasi late ka na naman. Yung pila sa elevator. Yung iba puyat sa dami ng requirements. Kaya pagkatapos ng class, sa part natutulog. Tuwing bakasyon, excited kang pumasok. Pero tuwing may pasok, gusto mo nang magbakasyon. Ang gulo, ano? Oo, ikaw yun. Yung malakas na buhos ng ulan. Takot ka na baka kasi bumaha sa Espanya. Sa tayuman, kapag siksikan, papasok ang fresh, lalabas kang amoy ulam. Yung tawag sa'yo nila ate ng Bessie, Idol, Ganda at Pogi. Tapos the next day, alam na nila ang pangalan at course mo. O parang namalengke ka sa dami ng plates na bitbit mo. May dala kang pagkain, tapos umiiwas ka sa volleyball. Madalas, ipapasuyo nila ang bola pag nagawi malapit sa'yo. Banana Q, siomai rice, kwek-kwek, fish balls, cheese sticks, french fries, hamburger, at malamig na buko. Sa pub, na nakakapag-concentrate ka mag-aral kahit ang daming tao. Tapusin ang essay, group work, assignments, tapos puro meeting para sa next project. Yung boot every month! Di ba ang saya? Sa mga vacant mo, nilibot ka sa buong campus kasi marami ka pang hindi napupuntahan. Meron dyan palihim na nag-YouTube sa computer lab. Naku, bawal yan! Yung concerto PU, umulan o umaraw, tuloy lang. Pero bawal tumalon. May mga tumatalon, hoy, bawal yan! Ang kulit. Yung bell na ang sayang gawing ringtone. Sa library, maraming nag-aaral. Pero yung iba natutulog. Ikaw ba yun? Hoy, bawal yan! Ikaw talaga! Yung bidet, ginamit mo na, no? Student campaign tuwing election. I'm sure, isa ka sa tumitingin sa mukha mo sa screen kapag dumadaan ka sa gate. Sila ate at kuyang guard. Kakamustahin ka at alam nila kung late ka na. Gate 2, 3, 4. Alam mo ba kung nasaan ang gate 1? Yung mala-winter na aircon sa AB 208. Pa-print ng mga assignments. Aral sa mga exams at quizzes. Mga rehearsal sa iba't ibang sulok. Yung OOTD ng mga prof. Yung tawagin kang anak nila. Di ba ang sweet? Mga tawanan sa loob ng classroom. Yung mga lectures nila. May ingay mong classmates. Mga tsikahan after ng class. Madalas, takbuhan mo ang chapel. Tahimik. Yung iba napapadalas ang punta kapag finals. Yung mga paintings doon. Naalala mo yung flagpole? I'm sure, umakyat at rumampa ka sa stage. Sa auditorium, yung mga palabas. Theater plays na inaabangan mo kada sem. Na madalas humahabol ka sa last show. ubusan ng ticket. Yung meeting niya sa org, mga plano sa susunod na SEM, student projects. Isa ka na sa nahiga sa hallway. Yung pagsigaw mo tuwing may basketball or volleyball game. Mga rehearsals, shoot, plates, essays. Sa hapon, madalas nauupo ka lang habang pinagmamasdan ang paglubog ng araw. Yung tama raw sa gilid. Isa ka ba sa nag-selfie doon? Lalo na kung magpapasko. Ang liwanag, ang daming ilaw. Yung Christmas tree! Magkakasama kayong magkaka-classmate. Sabay na nagre-review. Papasok sa umaga, buong araw. Kasama sila sir at ma'am. Mga prof na hindi lang para magulang. Para mga kaibigan. Sila yung binibisita mo sa faculty room. Kakulitan. Pero minsan kapag matigas ang ulo mo, nakikiusap. Lalo na kapag late na kapagpasa ng assignments. Isa ka rin ba sa mga tumatakbo para magpa-print? Wala ka naman dalang index card, kaya nanghingi ka na naman. O pati ballpen, wala ka. Ayun tayo eh. Yung mga kabarkada mo, yung mga kaibigan mo, mga paglalaro sa park, kulitan, kantahan. Nagdala ka na ba ng gitara? Sa basketball court, kwentuhan bago umuwi. At nakikikain sa pagkain ni classmate, kahit minsan nagkakainisan. Pagkatapos ng SEM, bati-bati naman. Deadlines, group meetings, projects, bag, ID, uniform, ballpen, yellow paper, quiz, lectures, vacant, kamustahan, kainan, tawanan, mga masasayang alaala. Kasama mo siya, sila, kayo, tayo. Naalala mo pa ba? Hayaan mo. Darating ang araw, ikaw, ako, sila, tayo. Matatapos din to. Magkikita tayong muli.
Hello again, this is Mayna Rida, and I will be presenting on behalf of the FEU Center for the Arts. We are the former FEU President's Committee on Culture, and we will just show you the highlights of our school year 2019-2020. All right, so set some goals for the as a team, and we will just like to update you for each status. First, we have to participate in 8 local, national, or international competitions or festivals. We also have to place in the top 3 for at least 2 competitions. For that, we participated in 8 competitions, 2 festivals, and 3 conferences. 2 UAAP dance competitions were cancelled due to the pandemic, but we achieved 2 championships, 4 second places, and 1 third place. Yeah, showing to you some of our competition highlights for the last school year, starting with the FEU Choral, who won in the Andrea O. Veneracion International Choral Festival with the folk song category, 2nd place, mixed choir category, champion, and qualifier for the Asia Choral Grand Prix next year in Bali, Indonesia. And also NAMSIA got the championship in national music competitions for young artists. Next.
Next is the FEU Dance Company. They competed abroad in South Korea for the Andong Mass Dance Festival and got the 3rd place. And also in the Dance Supremacy Kings, having the 2nd place. Next, please. And from the drum line of the FEU Drum and Bugle Corps, Aaron Reyes, he's also the class of 2020, BS Hotel and Restaurant Management from ITHM. He won as first runner-up in the solo snare drum competition in Imus, Cavite. But recently, Aaron won 2 online competitions. The first one was the Winter Guard International E-Solo Drum Snare category, wherein he got the first place for Southeast America and International region. And just a few days ago, Aaron got the first place in the Virtual Musico Snare Drum competition that is annually held in Cavite by the government of Cavite. Congratulations, Aaron. And of course, we would like to feature the very first PCC or FCA Sports Fest. And for us, we will continue this annually because this will serve as our team building for the whole FCA team. And for last year, we held it last December 2019, and the FEU Dance Company got the overall champion. Congratulations. Then next. Then another goal is to provide regular training to be complemented by workshops and master classes, not just in one's field, but also in useful non-arts topics. So before the lockdown, we provided and endorsed workshops. So we hosted or organized 13 face-to-face workshops before the lockdown. Then we endorsed, when we say endorsed, that was organized by other cultural organizations or institutions such as the Cultural Center of the Philippines, ACOPay, those institutions. 9 face-to-face workshops endorsed before the Luzon lockdown. Then during the quarantine or the Luzon lockdown, we hosted 6 online workshops. And we endorsed 35 online workshops. Okay, next. The next slides will just show some pictures of our workshops, especially for the student artists. Yeah, so before, we had the Mental Health Awareness Forum with Dr. Sheila Guevara Hoxon, the Director of Guidance and Counseling of FEU. And FEU Dance Company also held different dance master classes and the Contragapi workshop. And as mentioned earlier by the DBC, Isaac de Alva provided music note reading workshops. Then for the next slide, just some pictures of our online workshops, like the online makeup tutorial by FTG alumnus Briggs Aricheta. Then the Pro-Life UK's financial wellness workshop. Also, we provided online writing workshop for the student artists. And like what the FTG officers mentioned earlier, they held different online master classes in preparation for their online major production. All right, so the next goal was to network with local and international presenters. So we had 8 paid off-campus engagements. Then 2 foreign engagements where transportation and food were provided. Then in order to have a better, excellent customer service for our clients, we are working on a 48-hour turnaround time for response to invites. Then with those off-campus performances, we achieved 90% performance rating of excellent or very good. Next is to improve and increase CG postings on FCA social media accounts and to publicize all CG engagements. It is still ongoing that we are creating and implementing social media posting schedule, especially now that we are on virtual setting. Then, of course, since we are posting online with copyrighted music, we are continuously coordinating with FEUCAP for licensing. For the next slides, just some of the pictures. This was already tackled by the FDC, but repeating our off-campus performances, we took the opportunity to perform also in our partner school in Korea, in the Far East University, and to the Philippine Embassy in Seoul. All right, so those are the conferences we attended last year. First was the ACUPE conference, or the Association of Cultural Organizations of the Philippine Educational Institution. That's annually. Then since last year, the Philippines was the host for the International Performing Arts Summit. Of course, the FEU PCC or the FCA participated as well to promote our cultural groups and network with possible foreign clients. Okay. Then balanced programming of the cultural season between CGs and those from foreign professional groups. For our former cultural season, we organized 3 music and dance concerts, 4 plays, 2 collaborative events, and 2 film screenings. We achieved 80% audience attendance for 8 events out of 12. We also achieved the promotion on traditional or digital media. And with that, we got the 46 entries for media mileage, like features in the newspaper, radio, and mostly online articles. And the cultural season events achieved the 90% rating of excellent or very good. Next, that's the cultural groups to perform in university or institute events and develop campus tour program. We achieved with 39 university and institute events. And also, like the FEU guides mentioned earlier, we got the 71 campus tours, free campus tours. Yeah, so just some highlights of our 2019-2020 cultural season. We had 2 film screenings. We partnered with Manila Symphony Orchestra with a young pianist, Jeffrey Ching Jr. Yeah. And also Bali, Philippines. And FDC's 60th anniversary. Other projects, for the last school year, we had the transition of changing our department name from the President's Committee on Culture to the FEU Center for the Arts. And also, another good news, the FEU guides and the FEU drummers are officially part of the cultural groups. Then, Walk Manila, wherein the FEU guides greatly contributed to the map that can serve the people or who purchase the book to visit the heritage sites of Manila. And as mentioned earlier, the purchase of tour guiding solutions. Again, the tour guiding solutions, this is an innovative tour guiding equipment for the FEU guides. So the earphones and microphone can be heard from 60 to 80 meters away from the speaker because of the Bluetooth component or Bluetooth feature. And again, FEU is the first organization that uses tour guiding solutions in the Philippines. Yan. All right, so we would just like to update you for the plans of the FCA for the school year 2020-2021. Of course, we will be going online and digital. And this, we are continuously conduct online training rehearsals, and we also started the use of Canvas for online lectures and assignments. We also continue to organize and endorse online events and workshops. Then the cultural groups to participate in online competitions as we are currently doing and winning. Then creation of alumni and student artist database or tracer study because we would like to get in touch or to communicate more with our graduates and also the records of our essays. And we will produce the digital copy of the FCA manual. Then the cultural groups marketing group chat with discussion of learnings among students. So this group chat will serve as a discussion of learnings on how to properly post exciting or good content online. Then, of course, the FCA continues to partner with academic departments and other FEU campuses for their online or virtual events. Okay, we have the newsletter wherein every week we give updates to our contact database through email. So this is a sample of our weekly update. And feel free to message us or PM here in the Zoom meeting if you would like to receive updates from us. Just provide your email address. And yeah, you will receive the weekly newsletter of the FCA. Yeah, you can PM us. Of course, we have the Facebook page. Please like and share our posts. The FEU Center for the Arts YouTube channel. We also post some videos twice a week. We post videos, performance videos of our cultural groups and our past productions. Please like and please subscribe and watch more of our videos. And for instant updates, we also have a Twitter account. Just follow. Just search at FEU Center for the Arts. There. When it comes to the FEU Cultural app, we would like to share to you our advisory or update. I will just read this slowly, that the FEU Cultural app will be temporarily unavailable this semester due to ongoing maintenance, repair, and system upgrades to enhance the services it provides for the FEU community and our guest users. We will inform you once the app is available. In the meantime, the FEU Center for the Arts continues to promote the arts through its Facebook page and official YouTube channel. Just search FEU Center for the Arts. Subscribe now for more videos of performances from our cultural groups and past productions. And that concludes the FCA's update to you. And I would like to call the FCA Director, Sir Martin Lopez, to provide his closing message or closing remarks.
Thank you, May. Thank you, everyone, for spending your Saturday afternoon with us in our very first online send-off for our graduates. This has truly been an unforgettable year in so many ways. And I would like for us to just end by being grateful. Grateful for all the opportunities, grateful for all the memories, the bonding, the fact that we can actually still meet, even if it is online, that we actually still have an office that has been upgraded from a committee to a center. That actually is a big accomplishment when in other schools, their arts offices are being downgraded or being completely eliminated. And that is something that we have to be grateful for to God, but also to our management, that they believe that the arts complements our education, that even if we are focusing on our academics, and that is always what we tell our student artists, that the academics come first, yet we also have, and I will be very proud of it and I'll brag, an excellent program in developing our student artists and in developing appreciation and awareness for arts, culture, and heritage. And that is made possible because we also have a very good team. So I'm very grateful to all the ADs, to my left hand and my right hand, John Mark Isla and May Narida. And of course, to the student artists who compose and comprise our cultural groups. Because without you, then there's no reason for us to exist. But because you are there, we exist and management supports all of our endeavors. I would also like to thank the parents, the guardians, the family members of all our student artists, especially our graduating student artists, for being very patient, for being very understanding, whether they be for rehearsals or extra allowance to enter campus, even if there are no classes, but because there are rehearsals, then our student artists have to go and they have to be there 12 hours a week, if not more. And now that we have migrated to online rehearsals and classes for the time being, thank you also for providing a space, allowance, internet use, so that our student artists can continue to learn and continue to develop their crafts. Thank you to Luisa, Zaira, Kim, Patricia, Sunny, Jeanette, Golda, Albert, Furing, as we know him, Virginia, Aaron, Jericho, Paolo, Danielle, Jeremy, Rafael, Louis, Neil, Trina, Ern, Jared, Leopoldo, Christian, Oliver, Princess, Charles, Riza, Evelyn, Thea, and Nico, and Lowell. Thank you very much for all that you have done for the PCC, now the FEU Center for the Arts. Your contributions are truly valuable. Know that you will always be welcome, as Attorney Gianna said earlier in her opening message, to visit FEU and to the FEU Center for the Arts. Maybe now it's time to pay it forward and share what you learned and mentor the younger ones who come after you. Not just now, make it a lifelong commitment. Wherever life takes you, please always remain connected with us. Follow us on our social media platforms, but don't just follow, but connect and be active alumni. Some of you may want to pursue further education. Know that we can continue to be your source for that education. and that you can take your master's in FEU. And if the artistic directors agree, you audition, we might be able to give you scholarship. So continue to connect with us and let us find ways to help each other, more so now than ever. We're always a phone call away, a message, a chat away. And when we are in the office, and of course, our doors are always open, and you know that. That's something we've always told you. Continue to make the arts a part of your life in whatever way possible. It's good to reinvent yourself also, and to see change as something that is good. Challenge yourself and use the opportunities to grow as a person. With that, I would like to thank you all once again for being with us this afternoon. Congratulations to the graduates. Remember to live lives of fortitude, excellence, and uprightness. Now, I do not know if JM and Mark have videos to show us before we finally close. And I'm not sure if you saw that when Norby was giving his tribute to the graduates, they were also given surprises. And the videos that you will see now are the reactions of the graduates from the FEU Bamboo Band to these surprises.
Congrats!
Yay! Saan to galing?
Sa Bamboo Band.
Thank
Sa amin
you!
yung cake. Ano?
Wala. Surprise! Are you? Galing sa China.
You know, congrats! Yun!
Tauba ka naman kay ate Nita. Kanina ito galing. Kay ate sa Bamboo Band.
Thank you very much for sharing those videos. And as with almost all things FEU, we will end with the FEU hymn to be performed in a very special way by the FEU DBC.